And the next film I'll be talking about is Zodiac by David Fincher. It is about the investigation leading to no arrest of the Zodiac killer, but leading to one of their closest suspects of it. We follow Jake Gyllenhaal, who's a cartoonist in the film, who's putting together all the puzzles of the alphabet of the Zodiac, and also Robert Downey Jr., who is an actual journalist who is constantly egging on the Zodiac. In this here scene, this is after Jake Gyllenhaal's character has cracked the Zodiac code. He has received a phone call by a man who claims to have handwriting or a poster that he needed from the suspected Robert Avery to show that it was screened when he was there, a film that talked about the killing of people for sport. And in this film was also the same symbol that the Zodiac uses. Once they show up outside of a theatre, he tells them to follow him to his house, and we cut straight from there to them driving in his house. We have no idea how rural he is or how far he is from anyone else. He is, for all we know, all by himself in this area. That if we look at the actual opening scene here that I'm stopped on, there's loads of cars surrounded by here. And that's a main element, as he says that he's living by himself. And one very good add is that there's a camper van right there, which means that somebody could also be living in that. And it just looks cramped.
Rustic.
We see right there, it's a very small thing that happens there, but of course becomes a little bit more of a stress feeler later on, is that he immediately locks the door without thinking much of it. We don't think too much of it when we're right there, but that does sort of seem like a strange thing then as the film goes on and we see how it ends.
Jacket? No, thank you. Okay. This way, please. Have a seat. Thank you. How about some tea? Oh, no, I'm alright. Sure? Yes, I wanted to ask you about a film that the Avenue may have played while you were the organist there. The Most Dangerous Game.
Oh, it's a classic. RKO 1932. Fay Ray, Joel McCrae, Leslie Banks. We've run that picture many times.
In 68, 69?
I'd have to check my records. Why?
Do you remember the Zodiac?
This is about Rick Marshall, isn't it?
He was a...
sort of similar to another film I reviewed, The Eyes Wide Shut. This reaction to everything feels as though it's unnaturally turned and pulled there. Very theatrical, sort of like, makes you think that he's really playing coy here and holding all of his cards.
Objections there, right?
For a time, yes, but I have no occasion to correspond with him these days.
Okay, well, there is
another thing to point out here is that we've only seen about 2 rooms of this house, but we see right over Jake Gyllenhaal's right shoulder there's just an empty room of darkness. There could be anyone there and about any part of this here house.
Action between one of the Zodiac attacks and that film.
You mean the symbol? Hold on. The Zodiac symbol on film. It's on the counter.
And that's a very good part there where we show him go back into that darkness here. That's when Jake Gyllenhaal finally realises how much is back of this house and how much more room there is.
It's trimmed on a feature before it's shown, but it always arrives with it. Right there. The first time I saw it in the papers, I thought about that.
We got a tip that Rick left a film canister here that he told you never to open.
Tip about a mysterious film canister.
Is it true?
Yes.
Did you open it?
No.
May I see it?
Rick took it back in 1972. This tip is how you got it in your head. That Rick is the Zodiac?
That and the poster.
The poster.
We look at him the way that he's looking at Jake Gyllenhaal here. He's studying him. He's egging him just to see how much he truly knows.
The poster that Rick drew. The handwriting is the closest that we have ever come to a match.
Rick didn't draw any posters.
No, he drew this one.
Mr. Graysmith, I do the posters myself.
This is whenever the scene completely flips. Throughout the whole film, Jake Gyllenhaal's interviewing people that help him and talk about their time dealing with certain people who are suspects. This is the only time whenever somebody is properly pressed Jake Gyllenhaal here. He has now claimed the closest print to the Zodiac's signature and handwriting, is right here in front of him, in his house, in the middle of the night, in the middle of nowhere, in the dark.
It's my handwriting.
We begin to hear a lot more creaks and a lot more little movement around the house. This is starting to make us feel like perhaps there is more people around this house and he is lying to us.
I won't take any more of your time.
Why don't I just go and find out when we played that film?
Oh, that's all right.
It's not a problem. Just down in the basement.
How many people have basements in California?
I do.
And now we feel as though Jake Gyllenhaal has two options. He can run, or he can come down and see to make sure to retrieve this fact that he needs. But we do feel as though this descent down here, there is a chance that he could get attacked by him.
Mr. Grayson? The original Studio One sheets I always kept for myself.
Something that's interesting there is the phone right there. And of course, early on in the film, the Zodiac does make a few calls. He makes a call into a studio where he says he wants to kill a load of children. And this phone right here could make a little nod to perhaps it was this phone.
Cheapo knockoffs like you brought today, I end up tossing into the back alley.
Just see how dark, how dirty, and how far back this basement goes. We begin to feel a little bit of fear as to who this person truly is. We don't really know much about him beyond this conversation.
You live alone?
Most dangerous game ran in May '69, so that would be about 9 weeks before the first Zodiac letter, correct?
Yeah.
Do you think he saw the film in our theater and was inspired?
From this here point and that little moving there in the dark, we can't see his face. This could perhaps be now him thinking about maybe it was him who saw it, and it's him who's making the references, and it is him who's the Zodiac.
Are you sure there's nobody else in the house?
Would you like to go upstairs and check?
No. Thank you. Thanks for everything.
You're welcome.
Just from that there, we kind of think it's very, very odd why he'd done something like that. Why does he, because he sees the fear in Jake Gyllenhaal's face, why is he adding to that? And this makes us think maybe he likes the fear, and maybe he is in fact the Zodiac killer, and he's getting off on the fear of Jake Gyllenhaal finally realising that it could be him. see there the kettle's boiling, boiling, boiling. It just makes our heads absolutely go berserk. We are losing it. We need him to get out of here quick. Time is running out. And we see right there the locking of the door comes straight back into action. Jake Gyllenhaal's struggling and struggling, and he's quite clear about to break down the door, try and get out.
It's locked.
Again, just seeing how he reacts to everything then really does point towards this man is not who he is saying he is. He is getting off on the fear Jake Gyllenhaal is showing. If someone was in front of someone like that showing fear, they would be confused, but he is not confused. He understands why Jake Gyllenhaal is afraid, and he wants him to be.
Night, Mr. Graysmith.